sponsored by Flip Narrative. And remember, if you don't love your story, flip it. The funny thing is, I even took a job. Did you catch that video that I
didn't see
posted?
that. No.
So let me tell you, I could talk about it now, but it's like at the time it was like embarrassing. So it's like I had this big goal to knock out my student loan debt in a year.
I saw that. I
Right.
meant to watch that video and I haven't clicked on it yet. Okay, take me through it. Yep,
So
I
with
did see
that
that.
goal, I'm like, all right, how can I do this the best way? So I took a full-time job in education, and I was a academic advisor, but I was remote. So I'm thinking this is perfect. Like
That sounds great.
I should be able to, still be able to do my thing. I should still be able to source on my lunch break. I should still be able to get so much done. I think because so much people are remote now, working from home, a lot of these companies, they're like trying to be even more micromanaging.
Mm-hmm.
So they had us training on Zoom, and we had to keep the camera on, and they're like watching our every move. And I'm just like, there's no way I can stick with this
Mm-hmm.
and do this. And after 5 o'clock is done, I'm drained because I'm trying to,
Yeah.
do the thing. I'm trying to keep the conversation going and be like a good coworker. And I'm just like, I don't got time for this. I was out.
I don't think most companies are micromanaging like that. Like, no, who has the time to sit there and watch your every move on Zoom? Like, you wouldn't do that in the office. I mean, I know
Right.
you're there, but like, no one's looking over your shoulder like that in the office. And if they are,
Right.
that's the wrong person to work for. But so that sounds ridiculous. And I hopefully like you were like, okay, well, this isn't going to work and moved on from it. But it's weird because it's a not a buyer's market. It's like an an employee
Employee.
market. I mean, there should be like, if you were ever to go and get a job or try to get a better job, if you felt like reselling wasn't going to work, or in your position was like, how fast could I get the student loan debt paid off? Like, and I think about that all the time. Like, what if I took this job or this position, got coverage for my kids when I needed it, and then, continued to do the reselling? Like, I'd have a bajillion dollars in my pocket. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
I think about that all the time. I think a lot of us do, especially like when you're having bad months in your reselling business. You're like, ah, man,
Right.
I better get the classifieds out and like,
Right.
look at the job market. But if you were ever to get one, now is the time, because it's funny, like people leaving jobs in droves, right? But you don't really quit a terrible job. You're quitting terrible people, right? It's the people managing those positions, which is like the company you just explained. We're like, we're going to watch your every move on Zoom. Yeah. No, you guys, good luck with that in this market. You know what I mean? Good luck with that. We'll see how that
I
works out
was
for you.
gone in the first, because it's supposed to be a 3-week training. The first week was in person, and the 2 weeks was on Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
The first week I did good. He was in person. I felt good because I was wearing suits again, because I haven't actually got dressed for work in years.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling good. I'm in traffic. The week that I was home doing the training on Zoom, that week was a struggle. I'm just like, I don't know how I'm gonna be able to do this. That Monday came around, I felt that anxiety for like Sunday night, like, oh damn, I gotta get on the computer again. I gotta lock in.
Mm-hmm.
By Tuesday at like 4 o'clock, I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this no more. And I told them that like at 5 o'clock, like, yeah, this is my last day. Cause like I don't need to pay my student loans off. I want to pay my student loans off in a year.
Right.
And once I realized that, I was like, I'm out. This is unnecessary stress. I haven't stressed over work, like a real stress, in years. So
yeah, I mean, you're probably at a point in your loans where like the monthly payment is manageable. Like you're not stressed out to get
right.
that thing paid off, like to cut on a monthly basis.
Exactly.
That's definitely not the case. You should read. So every now and then I'll go into Reddit. Do you go on Reddit? Do you
sometimes
give it a shot? Like I think there's an app on my phone. So just get the Reddit app and go into the anti-work subreddit, and you'll see stories like yours all the time. They're actually like way more worst case scenarios. Like, the guy was watching me on Zoom, and I got up to pick up a pencil I dropped, and he jumped in on my thing and said, where were you? Where'd you go? What'd you do? That kind of stuff.
What?
And then the employee is like I quit. I'm out. See you later. And it's like stories of like just terrible bosses and terrible people. It's a funny subreddit. It's really funny, in a sad kind of way, but in the end, it's like most of these people quitting these awful jobs, but it's just, if you've got an amazing team around you, like reasonable people, like fun people, almost any job can be fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Almost any job. So people are quitting because their management is terrible, So
it's tough.
But yeah, this would be the market to really get out and look if that's something that you needed.
Yeah. I switched gears. I'm gonna take a break and I'm gonna just enjoy this time now while Sage is still small and just take it easy.
Dude, you did right. You pre-Sage, you knew in your head, like you probably already had this thought out at some point. I'm going to be able to manage and see. So for me, like I'm not, could I dedicate 30 years to corporate America? Sure. But would I get to see these kids at this age? You know what I mean? Like it's,
right.
I don't want to miss any of their childhoods. And I feel like a lot of fathers lose that opportunity because, maybe they want to be the breadwinner, or they're just out, working a ton and they have to make that sacrifice, which is extremely noble. But to me, these years that we're in with these kids is way too valuable. It's way too valuable than any like 401k I could start building or ladder climbing that I could do at my job. Like I have no ego in that regard. So, I'm going to tell all those jobs to go climb a tree, unless I become desperate and, I need it. Like I'm not above going back to work and getting a job like that. For me, I think it makes more sense to build and grow an audience and try to help them, because I do believe that there's enough to go around in the reselling world and all of those things. So you knew, you had this mapped out in your head even before kids. Like there's going to come a time where like I'm going to have kids and I'm going to have the opportunity to take Sage from my wife so that she can go take a nap. I'm going to put that kid in the stroller. We're going to walk down the street in this beautiful weather, and you're going to soak in those moments, right?
Yeah.
You cannot do that. You just can't, as a man. And as a father, you can't do that if you're at a job like that during this time. And when they get older and up and they're out in school, whatever, I'll call UPS. What do I know? I don't know where I'll be in 15 years. I'll do anything. I'll do something, But for now, you knew this was coming and planned appropriately for just these types of moments. So
yeah, I tried.
Amazing.
I tried the best I could.
Cause you felt like you was losing, only for the winner. Mood just to keep from cooling, like only for the winner.